over to the balloon.
Hi guys, welcome back. Scatlink here. We're off for more of Spyro for a Year of the Dragon Reignited. And in the last episode, we completed Seashell Shores, where, well, not only did we clear it out relatively fast considering it's one of the bigger levels of Sunrise Spring, but it was a water level where we had to deal with momentum-based physics every which way. A little bit worse than, what was the level? Oh yeah, Aquaria Towers in Spyro 2, because, well, even though that is probably just as big, but there was a lot more automated stuff there. We had to go through a pipe with a current where, you know, scuffing the walls, move it up and down, where they wouldn't do that in the original. That's fun. But in this episode, as the otter said, they have now pulled down the balloon, funnily enough, once we approach. And we can actually talk to everybody here.
The balloon's all ready, sir. Just jump on.
This balloon will take you to the great Tiki Lodge in the sky. Just jump on when you're ready.
Wow, they're obsessed with the Tiki Lodge, aren't they?
Hop in the balloon whenever you want, Spyro.
No, I didn't want to actually hop in. Get out of it. No, stay here. I guess I went too close. I was trying to talk to the other guy.
I guess you'll just hop in the balloon now. Don't ask me how it works. I just showed up for the punch and cookies.
Punch and cookies? Where? There's nothing here. So, what does our resident guide have to say? You know, considering that she's actually got the ranger get-up, she actually does fit the role of guide pretty well, considering that she told us what is actually happening in the Forgotten Realms when we arrived. After we freed her, of course.
This balloon will take you to a land closer to the sorceress, Spyro. You can also use it to come back here whenever you want to.
And she actually tells us where the balloon is going and how to use it. Considering there's no balloonist here, she effectively fulfills that role as well. Sheila, you're awesome. You literally kick butt. So, we've got a boss. It's not going to be as simple as going across, is there? I'm just going to say right now, because I'm probably not going to have a good time on actually going in. If we go to trophies here, Buzz's Dungeon, defeat Buzz. If you're thinking that you need to perfect the boss just like with the Reignited exclusive trophy/achievements and skill points of Spyro 1, or just the original skill points of Spyro 2, no, you don't need to perfect the bosses. All you gotta do is beat them and you get the trophy. And as I said, there's no skill points for it. Our next skill point is actually an Icy Peak, Enchanted Towers, Spooky Swamp, Sergeant Bird's Base, Frozen Altars, for page 1 at least. Of course, like I said, we can't get the other one in Molten Crater. I'll check the second page now. Doesn't say anything about the Sorceress. In fact, the last one's Agent 9, which, as we've, well, spoilers, seen through the character move list, is a playable character. So, yeah, there's nothing that we need to worry about. We can take our time with the boss and take as much damage as we want. Hit all the fodder that we want to. Midday Gardens! Moving up in the world. Yep, we get a trophy for just taking the balloon to the next area. But it says entering Buzz's Dungeon. See, the game ain't even subtle, because normally it would just cut straight to a cutscene, but it's got to load it, so...
Listen carefully, you stupid girl. I'm only going to ask you one more time. Why haven't you disposed of that infernal dragon?
I've tried to scare him off, Your Highness, but he's just not afraid of anything.
Not afraid? Not afraid? Why have I been training you all these years? Use some magic! Here's a spell book. Whip up a monster and eliminate him!
Kill him?
I don't care what you do, you useless brat, as long as you get rid of him!
Okay, let's see what we got here. This ought to do it.
You can't keep me caged up in here forever. You there, get me out of here. This is unacceptable.
You, come here.
Oh my. What the devil?
those scenes with Sergeant Bud in that cutscene were added to the Reignited version. It's actually new content. And plus, Queen K. Rool had to get up twice.
When I heard that Sorceress was planning to ambush you, I got here as fast as I could. No worries though. This wussy green toad will be no match for the two of us.
Okay, how did you catch wind that we were facing down with someone here? And how did the green... Well, I could guess this green thing buzz. Why it's called Buzz, I don't know. Maybe that's what the Rhinoc was called before he transformed. But, yeah, I have several questions. One, how did you know that we were going to be bumping into one of the Sorceress's bosses? Because this is one of the main bosses of the game. You fight one every time you go to a new hub world. Second of all, how did you get here in the first place? We were the only one in the balloon. 3, why did we even land here if we could have just flew over with the balloon? Well, that one's actually an easy question. This guy's got an egg, and we need to get that. So, there's your answer for that. But still, how did you get here? We're surrounded by nothing but molten lava. Are you seriously saying you got such mad hops? You hopped here as quick as we flew in a balloon, even though we, you know, have wings? We could have probably just flown from Mushroom Speedway. Anyway... Enough about dilly-dallying with all that. Yeah, those little extra cutscenes with Sergeant Bud were actually added to the Reignited version. All you gotta do to beat this guy is knock him into the lava. He'll start, like, going nuts, but he'll get head-bonked into the lava even further, and then he'll go for a big roll. Just turn in tight while dashing away, just don't land in the lava yourself, and you should be good. Once he stops, all you gotta do is knock him in there again, unless he hops on the side like that, and just repeat until he's done. He's actually a pretty simple boss, all things considered. All you got to worry out is that later on he will start using shockwaves, and I feel like his turning has been a little bit tightened, because he's getting quite close to hitting me. Thankfully, if he charges at you, you can actually win. Yeah, there's the shockwave. Whoa, okay. It acts like a shield. I forgot about that, because I kind of just span around him. Got him. Yeah, so every time you hit him, once you hit him twice, every time you hit him, he will jump and create that shockwave. And yeah, if he charges, you pretty much end the stalemate and he won't move. Oh, come on, really? I should just jump into it so I get a bit of a head start over the flames. Or I could bounce on the flames and hit him as well. That worked out well. I guess that's a bit of a speedrunning tactic. You got to jump on me there. I wasn't ready for that for some reason. Oh, hello. Don't know where you came from, but I'll gladly take you. And Sparks, grab the health when I kill the fodder. I don't know why it was instantaneous in Cloudy Peak. No, Cloud Spires. It should be instantaneous. It was in Cloud Spires. Why it's not now when it matters most, which is what my original complaint was. I'm guessing that wasn't fixed. Or it was, maybe it's only fixed when motion blurs off for some reason. Maybe it can't detect where the thing is because of the frames. I don't know. That's a bit of a weird one. By the way, I just got 1-up, so that was a full heal. That's perfect. Okay, that worked. Just mistimed it by a couple of frames there, but hey, I still nailed the hit, so I can't complain. Don't need a perfect hit. We already covered that. That's why I covered it before we hopped in. Yeah, this guy don't normally give me this much trouble, but he is this time. He used to when I was young, but that's because I couldn't figure out when I was actually able to hit him. Yeah, if he charges into you, you go flying. He launches you a lot more than you do. I forgot that he does that now. Thankfully, if he does hit you, you can just charge into him afterwards. And I actually better be careful not to get hit any more times here, because, I mean, if I do take a hit while I'm charging at him, that's just basically another free hit. But if I can get you... Oh, come on, I was actually hanging around, you still didn't grab it. For feck's sake. That's really annoying at this point. Right, shield, and then he spits fire. Oh, pants. That wasn't good. What? There was no flames! That is bollocks! There were no flames, what did I get hit by? Whatever, got him. I literally got hit by nothing. And there's a sheep, of course. Grayson! And he has Care Bear power, apparently. He's a Care Dragon. Thanks, Sheila! You're awesome! Now off to Midday Gardens. So yeah, he gave me a bit more trouble than I was expecting, but still, he didn't flame, and he still hurt me. What hit me? He was reeling, getting ready to use the third flame, but I still got hit. I'm guessing he is a damaging hitbox all to himself during the flame period? I don't remember that being a thing. I remember that I was able to get him in between them before in the original. I just forgot, I was just not paying attention. I forgot that he spouts fire on the final 2 hits. Duh, that was my stupid, but yeah. Still though, used it to my advantage. I bounced off of them and hit him anyway. Just got hit by nothing, which actually annoyed me. Alright, Midday Gardens. Actually one of the more, well, like the last one, quite an iconic homeworld.
Okay, Dragon, you've managed to survive longer than I expected, but you haven't the slightest idea what sort of dangers lie ahead of you. I suggest you grab your cat friend and whatever eggs you found and hightail it back home while you still can. I'm telling you this for your own good, you know.
Why are you trying to shoo me? Why not kill me? Seems like she doesn't really want to do it. I mean, we saw in the cutscene she's hesitant, but Spyro didn't know that. So, And plus, the shot that she shot at Hunter in Sunrise Spring wasn't actually a lethal shot either. It just kind of knocked him for a loop, literally, and that was it. And Spyro didn't actually go very far. She just burnt her tush a bit. By the way, a little bit of foreshadowing before we actually go into the worlds. These are actually the inhabitants of the worlds we're going to be visiting in this homeworld. Quite charismatic. Except for this one. I'll get into that. But for now, we got a new hub world to explore. And as I said, like the previous hub world, this one's actually pretty iconic. In fact, all the homeworlds in Spyro 3 are, like, well remembered. I just remembered I do not have Spark, so I need to find some health quick. Thankfully, there's a bunch of bunnies on the other side of this bridge, so we will cross over here. But yeah, more like, there's one that I feel is a lot less iconic than any other, and that's the next one, funnily enough. I think it's called Autumn Lake. But yeah, the other 3 are like very well, like, memorable. Maybe it's because it's not annoying to traverse. That may be a bit of spoilers, but that's just my opinion. It's just something that I wanted to just share. By the way, over 2,000 gems now. We're getting there yet again. In fact, we're grabbing a lot more gems than we used to in Avalar. It took us quite a while to reach the 2,000 mark. Then again, saying that, we've actually got money bags to deal with in this hub-world, because that's actually a thing. If we would have actually saw it if I wasn't running past and the motion blur wasn't going off. Money bags is up there, and look who's in the cage. For whatever reason, the sorceress had Sergeant Bird in her lair when making the boss that we just fought, and now all of a sudden, it's like, oh yeah, Spyro's heading right to this world that we literally just put Buzz to block him because he would go for the egg, but at the same time, we're also going to put Sergeant Bird there, and Moneybags is going to keep him locked up unless he's paid by Spyro with the gems that he's been grabbing alongside his adventure. What's the full logic about that? And can I also say, because I didn't get a chance to actually say it, in that cutscene before Buzz, the music that was playing sounded very Angry Aztec Temple-like. Just further, like, homing in the fact that I just think of her as a Queen K. Rool. Speaking of K. Rool, Donkey Kong in general, Trixie is close to Dixie. Whistle Trixie. Alright, so got all that done. Got that egg. Hunter's over here. He's made it across. We haven't actually seen him in many worlds other than that in the subway and subway? Speedway. Wow, really? Got sandwiches on the brain. But yeah, we haven't really seen him other than the homeworld, the Sunrise Spring homeworld, and that's Sunny Villa, and obviously the Speedway. But he's in this hub world. It's probably going to be a running thing. Maybe he's been off looking for other eggs. Hopefully. Unless we beat him to the punch, in which case we're winning!
When you see ladders or walls that look climbable, just jump onto them and you'll grab them with your claws.
Thank you for reminding me how to climb when, you know, in the previous game you could have told me how to do that if you already knew how to do that instead of me paying money bags, but thanks for the reminder nevertheless, because we already have done that in the previous game. Yes, we haven't actually done this yet. You can climb up ladders. Hell, anything that looks climbable, I didn't want to hop in! I gravitated to the thing! I was nowhere near it! What the hell? Okay, U-turn. That was not planned. That portal has some gravitational pull. It just wants to suck anyone in. And okay, I might as well say it now since I accidentally went in there. You know that portrait that we were just talking about that I wasn't exactly a fan of? This is that level! So, yeah, I'm not exactly a fan. And of course, that had to be the one bloody portal that I didn't want to go in. I think I might be leaving this one for a little bit later. And that is also a little bit janky. And of course, oh no, he is still here. I think once we complete the level, he'll actually be gone from this location. Or he'll move over to another one. By the way, he's right here. I'm actually just going to, you know, go all the way to the opposite side of this entire area. Full pelt. Because just further proving that our Joker of this game is the Sans of this game. Where is he? Yeah, he's over there. Seriously. He's just... so many characters. I mean, I know it's Undertale jokes. It's a meme. It's a thing. It's because in the original, obviously, you couldn't have like characters move from one to the next so quick, like quicker than you, without seamlessly being. But since you can't see them both in the same location easily, it's not that obvious. But of course, you know, I am aware of it. They're both just separate entities, but it's the same character. One of those technical things that I'm guessing they just kept for the sake of keeping the original charm of the original, like in the remakes. They just like replicated it. What am I doing down here? I don't need to be down here anymore. I just got those pots. That's all I was really after. I need to go into this lake for a few more gems because there's a couple of pots that need to be smashed. Oh, drifting right past that. Slowly drifting. Deja vu. I've just been in this place before. Technically I have, because this is a remake of Spyro, calling you. And the subject's a mystery. Standing on my feet, it's so hard when I charge and believe. BAM! I don't know. I had to. Why did that monkey drift in, like, Mystic Marsh? That was so weird. Momentum-based physics, man. It's because I used that song during that, because he just drifted through, like, the airwaves. I was like, what the hell was happening there? By the way, Egg just sitting right there. I think we should stop dicking about at this point and actually start coming back over this way, because there's still a few pots I need to smash around here, which there was actually a portal we couldn't go through. It needed 36 eggs, so got to do a little bit more searching around, but that's not too big of an issue. I mean, we're going to get 100% regardless, so it will happen. But since it's, you know, at the very end of this pretty circular but like fat hub world, it's going to be one of the last ones that we do. Let's up here, because it looks like we got Super Flame!
Hi, Spyro. This is a Super Flame power-up. You'll find more just like it scattered throughout all the worlds. Why don't you try this one out by using it to break all these planters? I think I saw Reignited hide an egg in one of them.
You know, I could actually believe that Zoe says that they are found all around the world, because even though, yes, these are the Forgotten Realms, we haven't been here long enough, but it is believable. She's a fairy. I mean, she's already flown to the Sorceress Lair to actually give us the tip that, oh yeah, they've been scattered to the far reaches of the Dragon Realms, so yeah, it actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, we got Super Flame, and we actually do need to smash all these plant pots, but we also need it to smash that, so we can get a bunch of gems over here. So it's a good thing we come back this way. I think all the pots are kept on the later half of this area, because I don't think there's any down here. I'm pretty sure. By the way, I saw this in the distance, and I wanted to grab a couple of these, because that was actually driving me nuts. A couple more gems here, bash this. Not going to deal with this, because this is actually a portal, but we actually need to do something.
Hey, Spyro! Zoe told me that if we hit that doodad up there, the portal will open. Why don't you try spitting this rock at it?
Why don't you do it? You got hands, you can lob it. Lazy bugger. Fine. I'll just go into first person, aim and shoot. And there we are. Activated. Enchanted Towers.
I'll see you in there later.
Fair enough. I'm not going in there right now, though. So, bugger you. I need to go back to that Super Flame and finish off. And yep, see, Hunter's right there. There was no possible way he could be that quick. That was actually a lot of an easier way instead of me going out of my way. Oh well, never mind. Thank you for not giving me the tutorial again, Zoe. I was actually getting a little bit scared there for a moment. Be like, why are you repeating yourself? Which I do on a constant basis. Oh, which by the way, we now have enough eggs to actually go into that 36 portal that I just mentioned. It's now on. Whoa! Hello! Extreme close-up! Whoa! Hello. You look weird, actually. Wow. You don't look like the Rabbids, but you do look like something that would be out of Rayman. Bit of delay on there, Sparks. Just saying. And, underwater egg and catch the thief. I'm still missing some? What? Oh, right. The bloody lake at the beginning. Why do I completely forget about swimming at the beginning of the level? That's weird. By the way, we found the spark sign again. Which, if you want to, just saying, because I'm not going to do it in this episode, we can actually do something with that in Sunrise Spring now. The prerequisite is to actually beat Buzz. So, if you want to go sort that out, go right ahead. I'm just going to leave it for a little bit later, because I need to, you know, spread out the levels a bit. Because it's not that long of a level. But it's not long of a mission that we got to do, so yeah, I'll probably have to stick that with something, probably alongside the Speedway, or you know, if we have any other backtracking to do, because once we free Sergeant Bird, we gotta go back to the Tiki Lodge. So that's a thing. Oh, I missed a gem. I see you. I actually saw you, so you can't get away from me. You ain't getting away from me, as they say. Haven't been in this cave yet. I'm actually being really derpy at the moment. Wait, oh yeah, by the way, we can actually stop sliding on ice now. For whatever reason in Spyro 2, you are always moving. In Spyro 3, however, you can actually stop yourself from moving. You're not on autopilot. So, yeah, the Ox could have actually been really easy to deal with if we could have just, you know, stopped moving. And there's the final egg. Mingus! What a name! I haven't actually been talking about the names of the eggs for, like, the past few episodes, so yeah, last episode and the episode before that, I've been trying to make an effort to actually pay attention to the names. But yes, that is not all the gems still. Oh, they're over here. Pfft. Wait, what? Hang on. Oh, I'm still missing a red. I was about to say, I'm going to be over one, but I'm not. I'm still missing a red. Alright, Sparks. I need to get off the ice in order to search. He's pointing up here, it seems. It's probably right there. Oh, it's right up here to James Bird, which is perfectly fine, because that's what we're going to deal with in the next episode. So, in the next episode, we're going to be freeing James Bird and see what Moneybags is going to get his comeuppance on. See you guys then.